multiple cities and did you know that as of today, multiple cities and towns across the United States are actively pursuing to start smart city initiatives? Let me know if your town or city comes up on this list. Number 1, Columbus, Ohio. The city received $40 million from the United States Department of Transportation and another $10 million from Vulcan Incorporated. Number 2, New York City, New York. Number 3, San Leandro, California. Number 4, Santa Cruz, California. Number 5, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Number 6, Denver, Colorado. Number 7, San Francisco, California. Number 8, Dallas.
Have you seen the line in Saudi Arabia? Well, if you thought that was crazy, then get ready for Tolosa, a $400 billion proposed smart city in the United States. Announced in September 2021 by former Walmart executive and billionaire Mark Lohr, he outlined his vision for a 5 million person new city in America. Tolosa will be 150,000 acres with a massive skyscraper at its center, a city where commutes are just 15 minutes, buildings are covered in lush greenery, and gas-powered vehicles are banned. Tolosa will be 100% efficient and sustainable. Sound familiar to the line? By 2030, the first phase of construction will cover 1,500 acres and house 50,000 residents at an estimated cost of $25 billion. The total project will likely exceed $400 billion, and the city will reach its target population of 5 million within 40 years. Do you think it will be a success? Have you seen?
These are the top 3 smartest cities in the U.S.
The butterfly, that's all. Let me see the Tootsie Roll.
Austin, Texas is officially the smartest city in the entire United States.
The question is, how much is it going to cost? St. Petersburg is the newest city to be chosen to be transformed into a smart city. It's a push to change the way that neighbors in the area live, work, and play. Under a 3-year grant, Spectrum will provide wired and wireless network services focused on the St. Pete Innovation District. Local leaders want to use these new resources to create advanced applications and services that address local needs, including infrastructure, workforce development, public safety, education, and community health.
As pilot projects occur, we will gain insight about what works for our community. Then we can expand those programs throughout the region and share with other cities. We have the Smart Streetlight project, which will be equipped with sensors, and then an online marine science education program where we're going to be having researchers in the field and out on research vessels connected to kids and our Boys and Girls Clubs here in the community.
St. Petersburg joins 26 other cities in the program.
When you think of Bill Gates, you probably think of Microsoft. Would it surprise you to find out that he's also known around the world as Farmer Bill? He's earned this nickname due to the fact that he now owns more farmland than anyone else.
Have you guys heard about the Hollywood Smart City? As you may know, Los Angeles is currently on fire and looking like an apocalypse. Like literally the whole entire city is being burned down, which has some people remembering about the Los Angeles Smart City that was supposed to come. I guess back in like 2019, they signed like a bill to start building this by 2028. Essentially what they're going to do is rebuild the whole entire city to be these like futuristic utopia type housing, and the whole entire city is just going to be like extra futuristic. But you have to think, how are they going to get there? How can they just build it? They can't build it over everything that's already built. What are they going to tear down, rebuild it? There's one very easy way. If everything just spontaneously burned down at the same time, they would obviously have to rebuild the city and the home. So some people are saying that that might be exactly what happened. It's a conspiracy theory, so I'm not confirming this. I'm not saying like this is what's going on, but I will say that if it looks like a duck and acts like a duck, then it might. So I don't know, this might be the Los Angeles we're seeing in the future, because I mean at this point the whole city is pretty much destroyed. Also, if you know, this is the year of Nuketown 2025. Like, if you guys played Black Ops 2 back in the day, they literally trained us for this year. So a lot of us gamers are already thinking something crazy is gonna happen this year. This is the first month into the year. And if you don't know, Nuketown is pretty much like a futuristic city that was rebuilt after the first city was...
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off with giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who do well. Peace and blessings to the house of they be elect. All right, just coming back. through the spirit, a lesson going in on these smart cities that Esau Edom, which is so-called white man, trying to build to complete his NWO. All right, and this is part of Esau Edom building. Him having that pride that his kingdom is gonna continue forever. And I just want to bring out a few, edifying scriptures, Lord willing, be edifying. So I'm gonna start right here in Malachi 1, the first chapter, verse 1. It says, "The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob, and I hate of Esau," right? And that's the spirit of our people they have on them, being the fact that they went through, hardcore slavery, the oppression that our people suffer. Even in today's world, they ask themselves, does the Lord love us? You have Jakes that actually says that, man. The Lord, he can't love us because, look at our people. But not understanding the ability to accept accountability for our own actions, because it wasn't the Lord that offended, it was us. All right. And it says, verse 3, it says, back in verse 2, it says, "Yeah, I love Jacob and I hate of Esau, and lay his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." This the point. Says, verse 4, it says, "Where Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the most desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. And the Lord, it's like it, and the people against whom the Lord have an indignation forever." Right? And that's saying a lot right there. Because the Lord hates Esau, the nation of Edom, for forever. That righteous indignation, that righteous hatred towards the nation of Edom, because the Lord only created the spirit of Esau, or the seed of Esau, to fulfill his will, which is being the wicked upon the earth. All right. And that's what Esau is doing. But Esau he don't take into account that the Lord set him up to rule and to be his power. But he takes it as is all his doing. That's why his pride is at its all-time high. Like you see these speeches and these sit downs that these elites do. Like you got Noah Harari, what's the other, Kyle Swallow. You listen to what they saying, on how they gonna establish they NWO, and they blatantly boasting against the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. And that's why the Lord said they're gonna build the desolate places. Like now, they wiping certain cities, to build back these smart cities. Which Esau Edom, he's gonna be able to do it to a certain extent. He's gonna build his MWO to a certain extent, and we know that because the scriptures say that. All right, let me get that real quick. This is Job 14:5. Let me see. Go to the whole thing. Matter of fact. This is Job chapter 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." Right? And the Lord has set it up to where his devil's kingdom has a time limit on it. But you leave it up to Esau, he thinks his house is going to continue forever. He thinks his kingdom is going to continue forever. He really thinks that he could find a way to defeat the creator that created him. That's the level of pride that these devils got. That's why the judgment in the kingdom of heaven is going to be so horrific towards these people, because these are the only nation of people who boast in themselves and against the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You even had, throughout the history of Israel being the captives unto these, different nations, some of these nations acknowledge our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You like in the book of Daniel, you got Nebuchadnezzar and plenty more. They're the time of Pharaoh, and all right, they acknowledge the power of Yahweh Yahweh Shem Shai, which they say the God of the Israelites. All right, you know, Al-Shaji, terrible demon-like power. You know, it was a knowledge, but you leave it to these devils. These devils, the Most High is not in all their thoughts. Matter of fact, I think, let me grab that. Let's see. Thoughts. Yeah, Psalms 10 and let me go to it from here. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, Psalms 10 and 1 says, Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in the times of trouble? It says, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor, right? And that's Esau Edom, because even in you look into what these devils are boasting in, far as getting the migrants out and all this stuff. You persecuting the poor. Meanwhile, this land belonged to the natives, the Native Americans, the Hispanics. All right, Issachar. You know, you got Reuben. You know, you got Gad. Before this devil came over here, they was already here. So the audacity that the so-called white man has, talking about immigrants and illegals, this nigga is the true legal. And that's why I said the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor, because who's the poor? The nation of Israel, all right? The so-called Latinos, yeah, you are consist of the tribes of Israel too. That's why you're going through what you're going through right now, man. Because, hey, the scripture did say the Lord shall begin with the house of